think it's an interesting question. Can we survive? I think when in the year of 1965, when Singapore became Singapore, the market comment then was that Singapore will go bankrupt within 3 to 6 months. This means a lot because I still remember when I was a boy, I read the newspaper. I did not know much about economy, but I was a bit worried, right? But then look at what we have today. So just a simple answer. Number one, if we choose to survive, we can. If we want to survive, we can. The spirit will come first. But if you give up, then that means you can't. And from the business community point of view, I can see a lot of the large enterprises as well as the small and medium enterprises. Despite the very challenging environment, they are having a strong spirit, wanting to be relevant, wanting to be very competitive, wanting to surge forward. And also, compared to the old days, where the government tend to shut the border, and now there is a new move on the international marketplace where a lot of governments are talking about regional economic integration. And from business point of view, it means market integration. So going forward, if we do not confine ourselves and block our thinking only within Singapore, in fact, the market is the region, the market is the world. So we are no more limited by the boundary, although there are still challenges, but it's not as constrained as before. Opportunities are plentiful. Location-wise, we are rightly in the most promising region in the world going forward for the next 5 to 10 years. And Singapore is positioned as one of the most trustworthy, most reliable business hub. So in that sense, more engagement will come to Singapore by foreign business leaders and foreign companies as well. And based on the Singapore Business Federation engagement for the past 1.5 years, it is a real testament because we have been overwhelmed by a series of visits by foreign business associations, by foreign successful business leaders, and so on. So the engagement is happening. Now the thing is for us whether we want to engage or not. And the good thing is that the response is positive. So I think this is good. This set the base. Next, the challenge for Singapore business community is there seems to be a tendency for companies wanting to go overseas, and then they do it alone and quietly. And when the market starts to evolve and develop, the smaller enterprises will find it very difficult to compete. So the challenge for us is whether or not we are able to, while going forward, being good at what we do, can we group up, I tend to use the word gang up together, and then form a very sustainable, very competitive vehicle to then go out there and compete on the international market. So in terms of international competition from the business perspective, if we succeed in that, we can do that, then definitely we can, because the branding is good, people trust us, people want to learn from Singapore, people want to engage Singapore. It's up to us to deliver the level of performance to that expectation. And once we do that, our position will be further enhanced. And not forgetting the fact that by collaborating among ourselves, by collaborating with foreign companies, we have the opportunities to bring in new business model, new business idea, or share the same business idea to then progress forward. So I think from that perspective, I'm very confident that we will continue to survive and we will continue to prosper in that sense. But the challenge is real.